instincts and spells. I'll learn how if I don't know how to. Time to have some fun. We'll take good care of you. Wisdom, it's time to play. Magic the Gathering on its way. Join Mom and all the rest. Have some laid back fun and some chess. To help you have fun is our pledge. Standing on a gamer's ledge. Twitch.tv/gamersledge. Standing on a gamer's ledge. Twitch.tv/gamersledge. Standing on a gamer's ledge. Come on and join some friendly games. We all wanna get wiser. Test your deck and combo play. You'll find we're a lot nicer. Bring your deck for fun magic play. This is totally the right way. To help you have fun is our pledge. Standing on a gamer's ledge. Standing on a gamer's ledge. Twitch.tv/gamersledge. Standing on a gamer's ledge.
Shuffle the deck with haste, no delay in the game. Cards in hand, opponent's shame. Let's duel. Play my mystics, spells and beasts. In the magic realm, I'm a mage, not a priest. Cast them, tap the mana, I'm ready to attack. You think you got control? Well, I'll take that back. Yeah. Slinging spells we're gonna play on a Thursday, Friday, Saturday or Sunday, east, north, south or west. Magic on Gamersledge is the best. Slinging spells we're gonna play on a Thursday, Friday, Saturday or Sunday, east, north, south or west. Magic on Gamersledge is the best. We pull you back from the edge. Twitch.tv/gamersledge. Slinging spells we're gonna play on a Thursday, Friday, Saturday or Sunday, east, north, south or west. Magic on Gamersledge is the best.
Getting worse. Our exploratory diving bell has escaped the mummy is here in Berry. Wong and his assistant Mary Nelson have managed
All the computers indicate that whatever caused it came from somewhere in the Pacific.
We'll start searching that area immediately.
Mashita, konnichiwa, itokama wa watashi no name Mark desu. Irashaimase. Or no.
Or in other words, greetings and salutations, George, ladies and gentlemen, fluid friends of any persuasion. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Welcome to Gamersledge. I'm one of your hosts, Mark. Joining me in the Discord is a Shank the Noob. Oh, was that a word?
I said, what's up?
Oh, all we heard was, but.
I heard
Yeah.
Oh.
Also joining us is Crow.
Hey.
Hey, here I am.
There you go. Hi, Shank. And then also joining us is Tom.
Hello.
I had asked Ken to come look up card values, but I never heard back from him. He read
Wicked
it. but
hello.
I don't know what happened.
Hi.
What's going on, Wicked Hollow? Welcome in. Thank you for everybody that's popping through on the TikTok. Thank you
Wicked
for
hello
the,
has sent gift heart me X1.
Thank you for the gift heart me. I appreciate that very much. That's very nice of you. I thought we should talk about the pre-release that happened on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, because
Oh yeah, I have to ask how that went.
I want to talk about the levels of crazy. Like, I know I have levels of crazy. This was something above and beyond. So if you've never been to a I'll get there. If you've never been to a pre-release, basically what it is that you go there, they give you pay, normally it's $30. This place was 35. And I'll explain why it was $5 more and how I thought it was totally worth it. But you go there, you get packs, and then you build a deck out of what you get, right? And then you play Swiss rounds, 3 Swiss rounds. So they give you 50 minutes to build a deck. Then you play 3 50-minute rounds, best of 3. And then every time you win, you get another pack, right? Everybody with me so far?
Mm-hmm.
Why this place is $5 extra, which I think is totally worth it, is because they actually make bounties for the individual rounds. So in round 1, it would be like first person cast a dragon, or I'm trying to think what the other one was for round 1. I think it was, I want to say it was gain 5 life or something like that. And so if you did that in the round, then you got an extra pack.
Oh,
And
wow.
They had those for 2 of them every round. So if you managed to clean sweep all, that was 6 extra packs that you would have walked out with. I think on average, I got 1 bounty per round, but that's still 3 extra packs for $5 additional.
Yeah.
Right. So it totally made sense to me. But yeah, so I know what my, like, having done the Pro Tour and having been a judge, I know what my strengths and weaknesses are, and draft and sealed have never been them. Right. So I felt pretty prepared going into this one. Mm-hmm. I also think that this set, which, if you're not familiar with it, it's called Tarkir Dragonstorm, which Tarkir is the realm, and then Dragonstorm is this set for that realm. And I would say that this set is probably one of the most friendly to sealed and draft play that's ever been made, because, like, the designers really put a lot of thought into making it a 3-color system and supporting normally Magic is a 2-color based system, right? You have the weirdos like me that play single color decks, but for the most part, it is designed around the philosophy of taking life gain from white and, you know, burn damage from black or something like that, or ramp from green, or burn, you know, direct burn damage from red, or weenies from red. You know, it's built around a 2-color system to make some interesting decks out of. This has a 3-color tier system, which this stuff all came in while I was away from the game, but I am somewhat familiar with these 3-color systems. But within that, it supports the 2-color systems within each one as well, right? So if you're playing Timur, which is green, red, blue, right? It supports the stuff from green and blue, red and blue and green. Wait, did I say that twice? I did say that twice. Green and blue and red and blue. And red and green.
Yeah,
and
I'm
blue and
following.
green. Anyways, the interesting part though is with the 3 system one, not only do you have those individual subsections inside of it, but you have an opposing color set or an opposing clan that shares 2 of the 3 colors. And because of that, you can make some really interesting color combinations between those 2 clans with 6 colors or 5 colors. So anyways, let's just say that I had a lot of fun. I actually put together what I thought was a good deck. And when my deck worked, it was gross. I was very disheartened to find out that when we did get there, that you got your clan at random. It depends on how your LGS does it. Most of them have you sign up in advance and sign up for what clan you want when you buy your reserve your slot or whatever. This place, now the place I went to is quickly becoming my favorite game store in the city. It's called Night and Day Games, and it is huge. And we had a full set of 32 people at 8 p.m. on Friday. And on top of that, there were like, I don't know, 25 people playing Commander in the store as well as Yu-Gi-Oh players, as well as 2 other card games going on. So the place was packed. But they did encourage us to trade afterwards, and somebody actually came by and said, hey, do you want to trade? And I had one that I did not care about at all. So I'm like, yes, please give me the Timur I wanted, or Timur that I wanted when I came in. So I figured I'd go through what I got.
That's awesome. Is Night and Day the one that Jimmy bought his Dragon deck at?
Yes, that's correct.
That's a cool store.
It is a cool store. That is not wait.
Isn't that also the one that Lexi likes so much?
No, Lexi likes Wii Sports the best. But I like this more because it's got a little bit of everything and it's got play space.
Right.
So I will say that out of the packs that I got pretty much nothing I wanted. The things that I came out that I was happy about was I got the Frontier Bivouac and the Nomad Outposts. I got 2 of the Nomad Outposts. These are the it creates 3 different colored lands, and the Frontier Bivouac is the one I use the most because it's Timur colors. It's the green, blue, red. And then I also got 2 of the red, white, black tap lands. They come in tapped, and then they're so that's one of the few ones that, like, Jimmy, I know you and I have had that discussion about I don't like lands that come in tapped.
Yeah.
This is a potential exception to that rule because it makes 3 colors. And if you're playing a 3-colored deck, you really do need
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
The new zombie deck comes with a Citadel that generates black, blue, and white.
Yeah.
So, and that one comes in tapped, and I'm like, I don't care. 3 colors, man. I'll take it.
None of.
Yeah.
I got none of the color fixing in my stuff. Like, legit, I'm not joking. I got nothing I was looking for. I will say, though.
Of course.
I did get some. I did end up trading a red, white, black creature, I think, for a card that I was.
That Rakdos?
I'm sure if you say so.
I think so.
Yeah, so I traded him for a Nature's Rhythm, which is one of the ones I wanted out of this set. This is a gross tutor for green. It's Nature's Rhythm, 2 green and X. Search your library for a creature card with mana X or less, put it in the battlefield, then shuffle. And it has Harmonize, and you can cast it out of your graveyard for 4 green, and you can tap a creature, and whatever the creature's power is takes off of the colorless value.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so if you've got a 6/6, it's 4 green, and you tap the 6, and that gives you 6 as X. So it's pretty gross.
Wow.
And so this is like a double cast tutor for green that is now going to be around for quite some time. So that's one of the cards I was really.
There's one of those in my. I think there's one of those in my Ether Storm deck too. There's something that does something similar to that.
This is as far
I have
as
a question.
Yes.
stuff that you cast from your graveyard, do you just have to remember that it's in your graveyard, or are you allowed to like set it to the side of your graveyard so that you can remember it's in there to cast?
Generally, what I'll do is, you know how you square up your library?
Yeah.
I don't do that with my graveyard. If I have something I can cast, I'll set it so that it's peeking out of the side, so that I remember
to
I've got
remind.
something.
Yeah.
Because you can pick up your graveyard and go through it at any time.
Okay. I didn't realize that.
No, that's not an issue. In fact, you can ask to look at your opponent's graveyard or their exile pile at any time too. So that's all
interesting.
public.
Okay.
It's all public information. But for me to remember, generally I will set it off. I will offset it in the graveyard so that I can see that I have a card
So that it peeks
I,
out.
Yeah, that I know needs to do something if I wanted to.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, no, that's a great question.
Thank you.
Of course. So the other things that I did use in my deck, I ended up going with a 4-color deck, which is not how you're supposed to build sealed at all. But it was really honestly only a red and green deck, and I splashed blue and I splashed black, which means that I will say one of the creatures that I got that I don't have in front of me was a elf that actually was like I think he's a 1/3, and I can filter 1 mana through him once per turn to make it green, red, or blue.
Oh, interesting.
And so between that, I had 2 islands and I had 2 swamps, and I had another guy who was black who did the same thing for white, black, and blue. So between those 2 creatures, I should have been able to get out all my mana. And in fact, the only time the deck failed me, the one time I lost, is because I got all land for the entire game.
Oh,
17 land. I hit a patch of like 10 or 11 land after.
Wow.
Yeah, it was very bad.
What's the max size for Swiss decks? Is it 30?
It's 40. So generally
40,
it's 23 of creatures and spells and 17 land. Normally, even in my own decks, I don't run with that heavy land, but I was like, you know what? I know this is the recommended amount, plus the fact that I was running 4 colors. I was like, so I think I did 6 forests, 6 mountains, which was 12. And then I did 3 islands for 15 and 2 swamp. And that was my 17. And I was trying to make sure that I was able to, because I had some killer gold cards that I needed the 3rd mana for. And this was one of them. At everybody you ever talk to will say that removal is the most powerful thing in sealed. And so this was a green, blue, black saga. And step 1 is destroy target permanent.
Oh.
Step 2 is mill 3 cards, and then step 3 is you may discard a card. When you do, return target creature or land card from your graveyard to your hand.
Wow.
So this was, I was like, okay, if I'm going to splash black and blue, then this is the way to go. And then this is another one of the big creatures that I had that was amazing, because I had 0 1-drops, but I had 4 2-drops, 4 3-drops, and then I had, I think, 3 5-drops, and the rest was all spells. But this Timur Battle Crier basically says is a 4/3 for a green, a blue, and a red. And it says during your turn, spells you cast cost 1 less to cast for each creature you control with power 4 or greater. So my goal was to get as many.
Going in a dragon deck.
Oh, right. I know, right? Yeah, especially if it's Timur colors, because it's on par.
Yeah.
And I should talk about that as well. That's also one of the differences for the pre-release, is that when you got your little Timur box or Abzan or whatever it was, inside you got 5 booster packs and 1 special pack that was Timur cards. Now, that special pack, and I checked this a lot, the front card, there's a card, in fact, let me find where mine is. I don't think that's the one I traded. No, this was mine. the actually, was it this one? I'm not sure if it was this one, but this is similar to what you get on the front. What they had a stamp on it, basically. This is not it, because it had a stamp inside here too. But it was completely random whatever you got. And that was one of the other nice things that this store was doing. When you opened your Timur pack, if you had Timur as an example, whatever the front card was, they had a bounty system that, like, let's say you pulled the Ugin, which is like the $70 Phyrexian Planeswalker, or not Phyrexian, Eldrazi Planeswalker.
Eldrazi.
Right? Let's say you pulled him.
The dragon.
Right? Yeah. If you pulled him, if he was the front card on your Timur pack, the store just gave you $20 store credit outright.
Wow.
And they had they had a list of like 7 cards that were bounties for that stuff. And we did have some people actually get some. So that was kind of cool. I, of course, got nothing. So there you go. But I thought I would talk about these were the rares that I pulled out of this deck. This is a Timur Songcrafter Mage, which is more for the Izzet kind of decks. It's a green, blue, and a red. It's a 3/2 with flash human bard. When this creature enters, target instant or sorcery card in your graveyard gains Harmonize until end of turn. Its Harmonize cost is equal to its mana cost, which means that you can just cast it. You can just cast it from your graveyard, and you can use a creature to tap it to reduce the cost of whatever you're casting by X. It's super gross. And actually, I used my removal spells this way multiple times. So that was kind of nice. Once it was on the field...
You're a monster, sir.
I know, but it was fun. Once it was on the field, it didn't do anything for me, right? I had no graveyard reanimation for creatures and no way to buff it. So I used it as either a sack for other things or to be a blocker more than anything.
Yeah.
I got Magmatic Hellkite, which is one of the ones that I used.
Yo.
Hey, what's
Magic
up?
has once human. Your stream category is still set to once human.
You say that, Wolf, but I have people in here that can verify that I indeed
The Wolf
said it.
Also cannot hear you and streaming.
Thank you.
Said what?
What? Guess what my game is set to? Crow.
What?
Tom.
Well, no, we know because I commented on that as soon as you started streaming.
No, I didn't see it. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
But you saw that I set it to Magic.
Yes.
I have no idea why it keeps changing back. So, anyways.
No. It always said it was human.
No.
The
I showed you even
there
said
it is.
Oh yeah.
Nope.
Yeah,
it was once human.
No, I said
you're
it
going
to
crazy.
Magic. No, you're a bad person. You're a bad person.
Yeah, I watched it when Mark said he said it to Magic.
Yeah,
and then
Crow
as soon
was
as you
trying to be
started the
bad.
stream,
The Wolf
it set it back to
Thank
once
Okay,
you.
going back to my corner. Have a great game, guys.
Thank you, Wolf. I got Magnetic.
He can't hear you.
I know. That's why I was waving at him. I got Magnetic Hellkite, which is 2 red, 2 others, 4/5 flying dragon. When it enters, destroy target non-basic land an opponent controls. Its controller searches their library for a basic land and puts it in the battlefield tapped instead, with a stun counter on it. Because it's a total. I mean, I can't play with this in my in our decks, but you can sure as hell believe that I put it in that deck for the pre-release because I wanted my packs. All right. Dragonologist. When this creature enters, look at the top 6 cards of your library. You may reveal an instant, sorcery, or dragon card. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. Untapped dragons you control have hexproof. So just look at the top 6 cards, take an instant, sorcery, or dragon, put it in your hand. It's beautiful. Death begets life. Destroy all creatures and enchantments. Draw a card for each permanent destroyed this way. I actually did not put that in my deck, even though I had it, mainly because by turn 8 there was no game that was going to last that long. Rot Curse Rakshasha. a 5/5 trampling demon for 1 black and 1 other. Can I say how dumb this is? Smile at death. At the beginning of your upkeep, return up to 2 target creature cards with power 2 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. Put a +1/+1 counter on each of those creatures, which would have been great if I was playing white, but I wasn't. Felithor, Dawn of the Abzan. Again, I was not playing white, so that didn't help me. Felithor, Dawn of the Abzan. Again, not playing white, so it didn't help me. Jeskai Revelation, not playing white, so it didn't help me. And I got one of the full art lands. Eventually it'll focus. There we go. So yeah, I really like these lands, these shadow lands where it's got the dragon shadow on it. I think that looks pretty sweet. And then
Great. This means I'm going to spend magic on getting my ass kicked by overpowered cards.
now it's not true. I did manage to pull one of the fetch lands. It's not, you can't get the dragon scale ones out of the normal packs, but I was actually super happy to get this one because it's the forest island fetch, meaning I can put it in any green deck, which is fantastic. And then what I got for the box topper is one of the cards that I was most excited for out of this set, because it is dumb. Like, when I say it's dumb, I mean, like, it is perhaps one of the dumbest cards that's been printed in a long time. It's a vampire. It costs 2 black and 1 other. It is a 3/3 flying death touch lifelink vampire for 2 black and 1 other. And if it dies, you can pay 1 black and 2 others, exile it from your graveyard, and put a flying counter, a death touch counter, and a lifelink counter on target creature. So you can give all of its powers again for 3 to another creature. This is definitely going in my vampire deck. You know what I'm saying, Vern?
I'm not playing against your vampire deck.
And then I think I showed you this last time, but last time I was there, I got a channel, which is an old beta card. You pay 1 green and pay X life, and you can add that much mana to your mana pool. It's obviously banned and will never see the light of day, probably at our table, but I love it. I heart it. I want more of it. So yeah, I ended up going 2-1, and I was very happy with that. That's probably one of my best.
Congratulations, sir. I'm glad you had a good time.
Yeah, and it took till midnight, and this was the thing that I was going to say.
Oh man, were you having 10th penny flashbacks?
There were people there that had started at 8 a.m. because they're running multiples of these, right?
Yeah.
So they did that for all of day 1, which was Friday. Then they were doing it for Saturday, and then they were doing it for Sunday.
Jesus.
I
mean, to be fair though, so we have a place just down the road from me. It's actually really nice. It's only about 5 minutes by drive.
Mhm.
And it is called, oh, the name is escaping me. But anyway, it reminds me of 10th penny.
Good. That's always a good thing.
Because when I walk in,
They all
the
shout
right
Norm.
half of the store, the right half of the store is just comics, graphic novels, all kinds of stuff.
Mhm.
The other half of the store is dedicated almost exclusively to Magic.
Nice.
And they are in there 11 a.m. They've got a line at the door.
I believe it.
Wild, man.
So this is the other thing that I ended up doing is I've been working on my decks. I wanted to replace the stuff that I still had for proxies and add a few new cards. So I got a new copy of Bonehard Drakasar and Archangel Elspeth for the Angel deck, Unnatural Restoration for the Elf deck, and for the Token deck. Steel Seraph was one that I had not seen before. It is a construct, artifact creature angel. It costs 6 to cast for a 5/4 flying angel. At the beginning of combat on your turn, target creature you control gains your choice of flying, vigilance, or lifelink until end of turn. And you're like, 6 for a 5/4 with that power, that's not bad, right? But if you look closely, there's a middle ribbon down here of text with a different casting cost. And that casting cost is 2 white and 1 other, and it makes a 3/3 version of this creature, but with the power.
So it has the power.
It has the power. Yes. It's totally broken and going in my angel deck. I also have been playing on Arena a card called Sarah Paragon, which is a total converted mana cost of 4, which is really good. It's a 3/4 flyer, and once during each of your turns, you may play a land from your graveyard or cast a permanent spell with mana value 3 or less from your graveyard. If you do, it gains, when this permanent is put into a graveyard from the battlefield, exile it, and you gain 2 life, which is really useful in a Angel Life gain deck. Just automatic recursion for your stuff in the graveyard that people kill. So, yes, please. I also did not have Gala Greeters in my deck, and if you've never seen this elf, this is perhaps one of the most disgusting elves I've ever seen in my life. It is a 1 green, 1 other for a 1/1, but whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, choose one that hasn't been chosen this turn. Number 1, put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. Number 2, create a tapped treasure token. Number 3, you gain 2 life.
Those all happen?
No, one of those happens that hasn't happened this turn as you bring in creatures. So if you bring in Lana War Elf,
like that.
Oh, look, he's now a 2/2. Oh, you bring in another 1-drop elf. Oh, look, you created a tapped treasure token. Oh, you gain 2 life. It's sick. It is absolutely sick. So
Mark.
Huh? What?
Look up a card called Monument to Endurance.
Stand by one.
You're looking for an artifact from Ether Drift.
I actually am gonna buy a Ether Drift artifact to put in my artifact deck. Monument to Endurance.
You might like Monument to Endurance then.
I think I've seen this.
I put it in one of my decks recently, and when you were talking about that hasn't been chosen this turn.
Yeah. But you have to discard.
That was the one that I saw.
Generally, I'm never discarding if I can help it.
Yeah.
But that, yes. The one I'm thinking of that I know of is a blue-black, and I'm trying to think what it did. It does. What is it? Okay. All X paste. Submit. It is a card called is it Mendicant Core? I think it's Mendicant Core Guidelight is the name of it. And
you said it's Demir? Blue-black?
Yeah, blue-black, I think. No, I'm sorry, it's white blue.
White. Okay.
Yeah. It's an *3 power toughness, and it's
equal to the number of artifacts you control.
Yeah, but read the rest of it.
If you have no speed, it starts at 1. It increases once on each of your turns when an opponent loses life. Max speed is 4. Max speed, whenever you cast an artifact spell, you may pay 1. If you do copy it...
Is that not dumb?
What?
I'm like, well, I'm going to have to find space for this.
Oh my God, man.
And the best part is, you know, you don't have to do anything to increase the speed. If we're playing a game and Crow hits you, then the speed goes up by 1. Right? If then I hit you, speed goes up by another 1. If you hit Crow, speed goes up by another 1. It's absolutely nuts.
It increases once on each of your turns.
Oh, your turn.
When an opponent loses life.
Yeah, so if I attack both of you
not
and
quite as insane,
Yeah.
but still ridiculous.
but if I attack both of you and you both take damage, then it goes up by 2. So that's not so hard to do. But yes,
That's wild.
yeah, I saw that and I'm like, what? And then the other one you should look at, if you want a mana filter, a good mana filter is out of Bloomborough, I think. It's called 3 Tree Mascot.
I have that one.
Oh, okay.
It might be in my group hug.
I'm also really thinking about another card for the Urza deck called Renewed Solidarity.
Oh yeah, I have that.
Because
It's basically a Mondrock Glory Dominus.
yeah, pretty much.
With some trimmings.
It's very sick. Hi, Abuela, welcome in. So yes, that's
It's only about $8 right now, I think.
yeah.
In fact, I
So
should
yeah,
order another one.
I got Cleric class. It's already in my Angel deck. Just lets me gain more life. I also bought a bunch of snow-covered plains because I have none in my Angel deck, and I found a good Angel card that actually uses them. We'll get to that in a minute. Felidar Retreat is one that I've been proxying in that is amazing and I needed to have. I needed another copy of Legion's Landing, so I got it. Dazzling Angel, somehow I did not have in my deck, so I have since put that one in because it's a 2/3 flyer for 3, and whenever another creature you control enters, you gain 1 life. It's great.
Okay, so you, in your tone and inflection, are telling me that there's something that I don't understand here.
Okay.
You are showing certain enthusiasm for mana value versus power and toughness. What is the ratio that you're basing that off of?
So, in a perfect world, one will
i.e.
get
not
you.
magic.
No, in a perfect world in Magic, one will get you a 1/1 with a power.
Okay.
3 will get you either a 2/3 with a power or a 3/3 with 2 powers. Right? So here, this Drifting Angel is a 3-cost creature that is a 2/3 with 2 powers. Flying and life gain. So that's really good for the makeup of my deck, since I have a lot of things that trigger for me gaining life. So this is a great 3-drop for my deck, and this is a above average 1-drop. The Hinterland Sanctifier, because it's a 1 cost for a 1/2 with a power. This is an above average 1-drop. Does that make sense?
Barely, but it'll come to me.
Okay.
I'm grasping at the concept, because to me, when I look at a card and I go, okay, I want to add this to my deck, I do not consider that statistic.
Oh,
I don't look at it and go, okay, this mana value requires these specific stats to be valuable, over average valuable, or underwhelming, and should be forgotten.
See, if I'm looking at a 3-cost creature that is a 3/3 with no powers, that is a expensive, slow, overcosted card. And that's why black, and it has some of the best creatures in the game, like that Rakshasa one I was talking about before, which is just like the dumbest possible thing. It's a 5/5 for 2.
And to me, that is immediately like, holy crap.
With trample, and granted, it does have a decayed counter, which means it can't block. But who cares, right? In fact, I would, you're whacking somebody for 5, it goes to your graveyard, and then its renew cost is 2 black and X.
It asks the fact that it has renewability ends games.
That's where I was going with this. Is 2 black and X, exile this card from your graveyard, put a decayed counter on each of X target creatures. Activate only as a sorcery. You're not going to put those decayed counters on your creatures, man. So this thing has so much value for 2 mana to get it into the cycle of play that it is ridiculous. The only other color that comes
brings back memories
or comes
of
close to
Profane
it is
Command.
green with some of the larger creatures.
What's that card you're showing, Cold?
This is called Rot Curse Rakshasa. It is probably the most difficult named card in the deck in this expansion. Rot Curse Rakshasa.
Rakshasa.
Yep, Rock Lobster. Anyways.
Wow. It's pushing $10.
Yep. That was one of the few good hits I got out of my stuff. This is
see, decayed is a concept I'm going to be learning while I'm playing zombies at MagicCon.
Yeah, it just means if you attack with them, they die.
They fall apart.
Yeah. This is the most sick elf that I did not know existed. I'm not entirely sure what it came out
And they
in.
can T-block.
Yeah, and they can't block either, but you're not going to block with it in the first place in most cases.
Zombies don't block. They just eat through things.
This is Dionysus, Elvish Archdruid. 1 green, 3 others for a 3/3. Which, if you go by what I said before, this is a horribly costed card, right? Until you get to its stat block, its power block. It gives a constant ongoing effect of elves you control have, whenever this creature becomes tapped during your turn, untap it and put a +1/+1 counter on it. This ability triggers only once each turn per elf.
Per elf.
So you have Savala, and let's say you've got a 10 cost or 10 power creature. You tap her for her mana ability to add 10 to your mana pool. She immediately untaps and gets a +1/+1 counter and can tap again. Every elf in the deck, even when they attack, untap and get a +1/+1 counter. This is the dumbest elf card I think I've ever seen, and it must go in my elf deck, which is why I bought it. Lotus Cobra, it's a Lotus Cobra. It's good. Mirror Entity, I've been using Proxy, so I want to make sure I got one of the real deal. Same for Radiant Destiny's, like, not terribly expensive, but again, it was another one for my Angel deck. Birthing Ritual for my Dino deck. The Eladmiri, I have 2 of these coming, just because I use them in a lot of decks. Fanatic of Ronos was another one. Flare of Cultivation, I got one in the retro border and one in the non-retro border, because this is another one that sees a lot of play in my decks.
Hey, I got to jump off. I'm going to get my kid to bed. If it goes well, I'll be back.
Okay,
if it doesn't,
sounds good, man.
I might not be.
Yeah, we'll see you then.
Okay.
All right, bye.
Guide of Souls for White Weenies. This is a really good White Weenie life gain card. 1/2 for 1. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, you gain 1 life and get an energy. And then whenever you attack, you may pay 3 energy. When you do, put 2+1/+1 counters and a flying counter on target attacking creature. It becomes an angel in addition to its other types.
Good God.
And then I got Lyra Dawnbringer in the extended art version, which is very pretty. 5 for a 5/5 flyer, first strike, lifelink. Other angels you control get +1/+1 and have lifelink. This Shank, the epitome of a great value card for the cost. Because it's not great that it's 5/5 for a 5, but you get 1, 2, 3, 4 powers on it for that cost. Thornwield Archer. One of the problems I have with my elf deck at times can be flyers, and this is a 2/1 reach and death touch elf archer for 1 green and 1 other, and it only gets bigger with time. If you're go ahead. What?
Name of your tape.
Yeah. I don't know if you've seen. Do you like white weenie decks, Shank, or no?
I mean, Elish Norn, Argent Etchings is a white weenie deck.
So this is good for anything with a plains base, mana base.
Wait, Amaria the Sky Ruin.
Yeah.
I have that in there.
Good.
I have the secret layer one of that.
I did not actually have Heli out of the Sun Crown, so I got that. I got another Angel of Vitality because the last one I got wrecked. Mirari's Wake for my green-white tap deck. This is another dinosaur I had not seen. Somehow I never saw. I don't think it's in Ixalan, but it might be. If it is, I just never saw it in Ixalan. It's called a Colossal Dactyl, and it's a 4/5 with reach and trample for 4.
4/5 with reach and trample for 4.
For 2 green and 2 others. That
Okay.
is a really good deal. It's not like the best card, but here's why it's good for my dinosaur deck. Because Discover works on toughness. So this is a 4/5 for 4 that I can dig into. Or if I do play it from my hand, it's cheap enough I should be able to get it out almost every single time I get it in my hand, and I dig for 5. I dig for 1 more than the actual cost of the card. So that's why I thought it was a good deal. Skyway Sniper.
Did he cut out for you too, Tom?
What?
Did
I'm
I
sorry,
put
say that
It was
again?
a me problem.
I think it might have been a U problem. My bitrate does
this
look
is a
good.
me problem.
Okay.
I lost you for like 30 seconds. Your video's buffering. I think it's probably because I have my VPN on.
Oh, yeah, that would probably do it.
Hang on. Can you find that?
I'm on Once Human, so I can't see his stream right now.
No worries.
Oh, okay. That's fine.
This is another I can't talk anymore.
Elspeth.
Elvish Archer. It's a 1 cost Skyway Sniper. It's a 1/2 with reach, but its power is pay 1 green and 2 others, no tap required. Skyway Sniper deals 1 damage to target creature with flying. Shank, do you know how much mana I have towards late game with elves?
I mean, according to the philosophies that I have studied, with elves, there's always more mana.
That 100%.
Quick question.
Yes, sir.
When you go live on TikTok,
Yes,
you select the everybody option or the adults only option?
everybody.
I should probably switch that.
I run it like I do here. Same deal. This is a card I also found on Arena that I'd never seen before called Shaper Sanctuary. It's 1 green. Whenever a creature you control becomes the target of a spell or ability an opponent controls, you may draw a card.
Wow.
This is a really great one drop for. It's not going to stop them from wrecking your board, but it will definitely help by giving you card advantage. I had an Archangel of Tithes, but I couldn't find it, so I went ahead and got another extended art one because it's not terribly expensive. Have you seen this angel?
Mm-mm.
3 white, 1 other for a 3/5 flyer. As long as Archangel of Tithes is untapped, creatures can't attack you or planeswalkers you control unless their controller pays 1 additional for each of these creatures. As long as Archangel of Tithes is attacking, creatures can't block unless their controller pays 1 for each of those creatures.
Good God.
Yeah.
I'm suddenly feeling like my decks are going to be woefully inadequate.
Oh, they're not. They're not. This is the snow. I did not know this was a real card. I thought arena. Yeah, I thought it was an arena only card. But it's called Search for Glory. It is a snow sorcery, and it costs 1 white and 2 others. Search your library for a snow permanent card, a legendary card, or a saga card. Reveal it, put it in your hand, and then shuffle your library. You gain 1 life for each snow land that was spent to cast this spell. So it's a tutor with life gain for angels or snow-covered land if you need the land.
Good Lord.
Yep.
Mark, stop buying cards.
Monstrous Vortex, we already know about. This is a elf that I did not know existed until I started playing on Arena. It's not terribly expensive. It's an uncommon. It's called Tireless Provisioner. 1 green, 2 others for a 3/2 elf. Whenever a land enters the battlefield, create a food token or a treasure token.
Yeah.
What could be easier?
I've got one of those too. I actually have the Lord of the Rings one, I think.
I got the Fallout Idyllic Tutor.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And then this was the most expensive card of my purchasing, a Nissa Resurgent Animist.
Animist, yeah.
She is gross and
yeah, she's
amazing
busted.
And gross, and so I had to buy it.
Yeah, Resurgent Animist is a card that I looked at for my spiders, I think. Maybe
And
the squirrels.
She won't help you for.
No, I'm trying to remember which deck I was fiddling with that she was suggested in.
So
she's an elf, right?
Yeah, she's an elf. And her landfall ability is whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, add 1 mana of any color floating. Then
that's what it was, because I was looking at her for my Plants vs. Zombies deck.
Then if this is the second time this ability has resolved this turn, reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal an elf or elemental card. Put that card in your hand and the rest on the bottom in a random order.
Actually, I think I just looked at it and thought, man, Mark should never find out about this card.
Yeah, I'm sure that's probably the case. And guess what? I did. I did.
I'm still waiting to see how many nuclear weapons it's going to take to take out your jumbo cactar, and that's not the name of my tape.
Did you see the?
I saw what you sent back, you clever little bastard. I saw it.
Because I already had Savala in the deck, and then I'm like,
oh yeah.
I wonder if there's a way that I can keep all that mana, 10,000 mana, floating in my mana pool forever. Yes, there is.
May I make another suggestion for you?
Yes.
Look up Horizon Stone.
MTG Horizon Stone.
It's the equivalent of a magic credit card.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, sure enough. Yeah. Yeah,
Justin
that's good too.
showed me that one, and I was like, "Are you kidding me?"
Yeah, that's pretty good.
That's bonkers.
It is a little expensive, but it's pretty good.
Little pricey, yeah, but
oh, I don't know what the actual price. I'm just saying the 5 cost is a little.
Yeah, that's what I was
Oh,
commenting
okay.
on too.
I wonder. Let me look on TCG, see how much it actually is. Nope, that's not it. I guess I closed the TCG player window that I had open. Horizon Stone, was that it?
Mm-hmm. Horizon Stone.
83 cents.
Oh yeah. Horizon Stone's cheap.
Probably because it cost 5 to get out.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
still, like, decks per mana is not an issue. So the other thing is, I really like the Baldur's Gate mechanics that they made, the Dungeons and Dragons mechanics.
Yeah.
But they suck. Like they're too slow.
But yeah, it's adventure-y. It's not efficient.
But I found out they had a Varus Silvery Moon Ranger for 3. That's a 3/3 with Reach and Ward 1. Whenever you cast a creature or planeswalker spell, venture into the dungeon. This triggers only once each turn.
Yeah.
And whenever you complete a dungeon, create a 2/2 green wolf creature token. I need help with Reach in my elves, so
Yep.
that seems like a no-brainer. And then the other one I didn't know was a thing until I started playing on Arena is called Angelic Guardian. It is a 6-cost 5/5 with flying. Whenever one or more creatures you control attack, they gain indestructible until end of turn.
Wait, read that one more time.
So it is a 6 casting cost, two white and 4 others, for a 5/5 flyer angel. Whenever one or more creatures you control attack, they gain indestructible until end of turn.
Jesus.
No, Angelic Guardian. That's
Little column A, little column B.
little column A. So this is the stack of cards that I got from TCG Player today. I will not be buying any more cards again for a good while.
Good God. I have a boatload of cards that should all arrive before I come to MagicCon.
I may pick up some individual things like that one that I showed you that lets me keep mana in the mana pool.
Yeah.
But that's not going to be super expensive. That's probably going to be like a couple bucks.
Right.
Well, I'm guessing Ken fell asleep. Because that's generally when he doesn't respond to things. Shank, could I ask you a favor?
What do you need, sir?
Can you look up prices on TCG Player when I hit something that I think is valuable?
Okay.
Painting.
Sitting here.
On the dock of the bay?
Yep.
Watching the tides roll away?
Yep.
I just have to find the box. Hold on.
Found my tribe in this online chat. Laughter holds me closely. Yeah.
What in the blue hell? I have too many pockets in this backpack. Like,
What the Sam hell?
That's pretty much where I'm at right now. Did I put it in the back? I sure did. I surely did.
Found my tribe in
Don't call me
this
Shirley.
online chat.
Shirtley Early.
Laughter holds me closely.
Okay, there we go. Here we go.
Yeah.
One play booster box, paid $122.49 for it. That equates out.
Look who decided to grace us with his presence.
Oh, it's a
Oh,
kid.
hey, Ken.
Hi, Ken.
Here.
Yeah, now we can hear you. Hi.
I am entitled to fall asleep. I'm old. Mark,
You're just in time to look at cards for Mark.
Yeah, you totally are just in time. So
You didn't oversleep.
yeah, you slept the
You
perfect
arrived
amount of time.
precisely when you meant to.
Yep, 100%. So
but what is everybody else doing in here?
we're sitting here drooling over Mark's sudden acquired domination at MagicCon this year.
Yeah, we just been jacked on about Magic cards and the pre-release on Friday, and looking at what I got out of my booster packs, and then I also had ordered some cards from TCG Player that came in. We went through those.
Were your boosters gold?
Some of them.
You missed it.
I didn't miss it. I just straight manned it. If they were booster gold, I'd be able to see the future. So.
Yeah. Which?
Hold on. I'm trying to do the quest for Sam to get the different types of buddies.
I have not done any of the quests yet, so I can't help you with that. Okay. So I paid $122.49 for this. That equates out. There's 30 packs in this one, so that equates out to $4 a pack, I think. Right? No, $3 a pack. Right?
Okay.
I don't know.
You're better at math in public than I am.
30 times $4. Yes, would be 122. Would be 120. Yeah. Yeah.
And these are the Dragonstorm?
Yeah, so these are not the collector's boosters. These are the play boosters, which means that I'm only going to get like one rare. In a very rare circumstance, I might get two in a pack.
Okay.
I will get a foil, but it'll probably be a common with my luck. Okay, that's kind of the way it normally works.
Wow, that optimism though.
Oh, this is one of the nice things, because this is a three color set. They, in the box topper, they do give you a thing that tells you what all the clans are and what each clan's mechanics are. See, and this is what I was talking about. Like, they have Abzan, which is an Endurer, but inside of that, you've got black, white for sacrifice. You've got red, white for green. You've got green, black for counters. So you can do any of those three different things in your builds based off of that. Anyways, yeah, it's a pretty slick little system that I've never seen before. All right, so we got 30 packs. I will also say that I was the old man of the gaming store, for sure. Almost everybody there was 20 or less, 20 or younger. And there were probably 5 people that I saw that I would consider middle-aged professionals. So, not that I'm saying that should prevent you from going. I'm just saying that's what it was.
This is another reason I'll probably only ever play Magic with you guys. I don't want to go sit there with a bunch of sweaty teenagers.
That's the other thing, though. Everybody was super nice. Like, nobody was. Yeah, it was a pretty good time. Let's see what we got. All right, first pack. Here we go. I'm not sure if I want to burn. I don't really want to burn through these, but I don't want to take 12 hours to do this either. I believe these are just straight up. These are all going to be commons, and I think 3 or 4 uncommons. So we might just degenerate this and go straight for the rares. 1, 2. So this is one of those color fixing monuments that are in here that I did not get during the tournament at all, which is super nice. 2 for an Abzan monument. When it enters, search your library for basic plains, swamp, or forest. Reveal it, put it in your hand, then shuffle. Super good. All right, so how many was this? So it was 1, 2, 3, 4 uncommons, and then the rare. I got a Flamehold Grappler, a blue, red, white human monk with flurry, I believe. Oh, no, when this creature enters, copy the next spell you cast this turn when you cast it. Okay. And our foil, which of course is a common, just like I called. So yeah, I think we might degenerate these until we get to the actual...
the reason you paid for each of those packs in the first place.
Yeah, well, that and what I mean there is the The collector's boosters we'll probably go through a little more slowly when those come in. All right, so Sarkhan Dragon Ascendant. This is actually a pretty decent card. This might be worth $5. Ken, can you look up Sarkhan Dragon Ascendant?
Oh, the first name?
Sarkhan.
Dragon Ascendant?
That's it. It is foil.
Showcase or...
foil normal.
So just regular. Okay.
Regular foil.
Regular foil. So, foil. Remember how to do this. Okay. That picture, promo pack, release cards. $7.49.
$7.49. That's on the board.
Does it have to be over $5 to be?
Like to go on the good list, yeah. Otherwise,
Got it.
Hold on.
Otherwise, it's just trash. Jeeves, throw it out into the darkness.
Throw it out into Charlie Murphy. What?
Is that a pre-release card or no?
No.
Okay, so I have to go to the other one. Sorry, I gotta remember how to do this.
You're okay.
Near mint, foil, near mint. Well, it looks like all near mints or near mint foils are under $1.
Oh, under $1? Boo. Fang Keeper Familiar, the purple snake. I don't think that's going to be worth anything.
We don't talk about that here on this family friendly channel, sir.
Yeah, we do.
You keep your purple snake to yourself.
I will say that this land cycle that they have here, all of them come in tapped. I do like that they're 2 colors and you gain a life, but they suck pretty much in terms of like, hey, this is not useful. Well, this has not been a promising start, but we have lots of boosters to go. So, anything stand out that I'm? No. Oh, is that that's my goal. I already had one of them. Great. I don't think that's worth anything. I don't know.
What is it?
Fellow Thar, Dawn of the Abzan. Just straight up plain, no anything.
So I got the fellow.
Felothar.
Oh, FELO.
THAR.
Dawn of the Abzan.
Yes.
Oh, you mother!
No, he's a guy. Oh no, actually, it might be a lady. I'm not sure.
No.
Is it regular or a foil?
Regular.
The near mint looks like 40 cents.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I didn't think it was worth anything. I know this is not worth anything, but this is the new Dragon Showcase outline, which is pretty cool for the dragons. Somebody hand drew all of these, which is crazy.
This hand probably needed a vacation.
Wait a minute. Oh, so this
The rest
is,
of him just tags along. His hand's actually like the breadwinner in the house.
so this is the rare land cycle for this one. Not the ultra rare guest cycle, but the rare land cycle. This land enters tapped unless you control plains or island, and then you tap it for red. And then usually they have an effect. They're not like super powerful, but they're okay.
Mm-hmm.
They'd be good for sealed, I suppose. Yep. That's my rare. I don't think it's worth anything, and I'm not even going to have you check because I doubt it.
What's it called?
It's called Quarry Mountain Monastery. I did, however, get another full art swamp, which I really like these Dragon Shadow lands a lot. I actually like them better than the Dragon's Eye ones, which will come in the
Pori Monastery, borderless or reg?
regular.
There's no border to it? Oh, I thought it was the card in your hand.
No.
It's the orange one, right?
It's
that
this
one?
Yeah.
You said it's not a pre-release.
Nope. It's just regular.
Release promo pack. Is that the?
Nope. It's not anything special. It is just the normal card.
And it came out of Takir, Dragonstorm.
Hello, everybody on TikTok.
Hi,
It was like 38 cents.
Yep, that's what I said. I wasn't even going to have you look it up because I didn't think it was worth anything. I am just looking through here to see if there's anything that catches my... Okay, Tival, Arbiter of Virtue. It is a legendary spirit dragon. This might be worth a couple bucks. Teval, Arbiter of Virtue.
Hold on. Teve.
No, Val.
Oh, sorry. Say that again.
Teval.
Okay, got it. Arbiter of Virtue.
Yep.
Extended, borderless, showcase.
Nope. Just the normal one.
Just the card.
Out of stock. That's promo pack, pre-release, Dragonstorm, showcase, Takir. Okay, that one looks like it just came out of the box. $2.96.
$3? Yeah, that's what I expected.
Yeah.
It gives everything in your graveyard delve, so you can get everything out of your graveyard. So that's pretty good. Yeah, that's a bunch of crap, pretty much. And that's my foil, which is also a common. And then we got our token. That's probably our highest value card so far. Tival, make me cry. Let's see here.
So they still haven't fixed the glitch where you have to use the keyboard instead of the controller for talking to people.
I will say that this is one of my favorite things out of the set. It is a common called a Boulderborn Dragon. It's not worth anything. You don't have to look it up. It is a 5 casting cost for a 3/3 flyer with vigilance whenever it attacks Surveil 1. But it's a colorless artifact creature dragon, which is pretty sweet. It's a little more expensive than I would have liked.
In your left hand.
What's that?
I want to know what that is in your left hand.
Gurmag Nightwatch. It's a common. It's a split cost card. So it's either a black, a green, and a blue, or it's any combination of one of those +2/+2, or, anything therein. When this creature enters, look at the top 3 cards of your library. You may put one of those cards back on top of your library, put the rest in your graveyard.
All right. Thank you.
Herd Heirloom. I actually did want a copy of this. This is a mana ramp artifact for green. 1 green, 1 other. Artifact, tap to add 1 mana of any color. Spend this mana only to cast a creature spell. Or tap until end of turn. Target creature you control with power 4 or greater gains trample. And whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. I don't think it's worth, at least not this version, very much.
Okay, let me look it up.
The borderless version is $2.39.
Yeah, so the normal one's not worth jack. Oh, look, they just gave me a flat out.
Is that the pre-release card?
No.
Oh.
They just gave me a flat out mountain. Not even a cool Tarkir mountain, just a flat out mountain. I feel loved.
Mark, will you humor me and tell me what the 3-letter code and the number is on the Herd Heirloom?
Yeah, it's R0144.
Does it have the little silver magic icon in the corner?
No. No.
Yeah, it's worth $2.
Yeah. I didn't think it was going to
Was that a different way you could look up a card? Is by the code in the bottom left hand?
So I have been like on my Arca deck to get true value of my decks. I went through all of them and I had to look up each individual card. And if you look in the lower left corner, the 3-letter code tells you the series that it's from. So I'm looking at the Herd Heirloom, and Tarkir Dragonstorm is TDM.
Yep.
So that tells me this is part of Tarkir Dragonstorm. The single letter above it tells you its rarity, and then the number next to the rarity tells you its order in the database of cards.
Yep.
And then
So like
on
that
the art, you'll see a couple of different things. You'll either see a gold stamp of a year, or you'll see like a bar stamp where it'll say like 24 September 2006.
Yep.
Or you'll see a silver, almost like pitchfork-like design. That's the magic, or one of the magic icons. That will usually be in silver. And the silver, the silver icon, I believe, is promo packs. And then the serialized or yeared cards, those are, or not serialized, but the dated or yeared cards, those are like pre-release cards.
Yep.
And then the only thing that would like break anybody's brain is if you did pull a card that had a serial number on it.
Yeah.
Because those are like, you can go back and buy 5 or 6 collector's boosters if you want.
So what colors are your zombie deck?
The new one, Eternal Might, is blue, black, white.
Oh, boo. Because they've got a new zombie. It's a zombie snake druid, Sultai devotee, 1 green, 1 other for a 2/1 with death touch, and you can filter mana through it once per turn.
Oh, jeez.
It's really good. Like, I love these things. I had them in my deck. Okay, what do we get for the rare here? War Effort. I don't think it's going to be worth anything.
War Effort.
That's an enchantment?
Oh, no, I'm sorry. It's hard to see the gold on these sometimes.
So War Effort's worth 10 cents.
Yeah, that's because it's not a rare.
I
think Scavenger Regent is my rare. Yeah. I'm sure it's not worth anything.
Only if it's the pre-release. Did you look that up, Ken? The Scavenger Regent?
Ooh, I
Regent
got
or Regent?
Regent.
Thank you.
I did get the white, black, green Sandstep Citadel Triland.
Normal.
Yeah.
That's pre-sale price. Pre-sale cards. Promo pack.
So if you look at the first hit, the one that says Tarkir Dragonstorm Rare number 90, pre-sale, and it says 69 cents.
Well, this one says 95 cents.
That's okay. The one right next to it, if you look at the art, do you see that little tiny gold icon in the corner of the art?
Yeah.
That is a pre-release stamp. That's telling you
it
that
says
this
2025.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
So those are generally more valuable, as you can see.
Yeah.
But yeah, those and the promo pack cards generally go for more, but they're also usually like unique or rare art. This one's, I mean, obviously the same, but
So it's the first hit I'm looking for.
not necessarily.
Okay.
I got a
if you
Lassie
really want to give
Prowler.
Mark accurate numbers, you have to know the serial numbers on the cards, but I don't think he's looking for anything that specific.
No, I'm totally not. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. And token. I got a Lassie Prowler, which I'm sure is not worth anything. Much to my chagrin.
LASEED.
LASYD. Like I said, I'm almost sad to have you look it up because I'm fairly sure it's not worth anything.
That's pre-release, pre-sale. 18 cents for.
Yeah, that's Clarion Conqueror. Actually, this might be worth a couple bucks because this is a nasty little card in white. 1 white, 2 others for a 3/3 dragon, flying. Activated abilities of artifacts, creatures, and planeswalkers can't be activated. It's activated abilities, not abilities. So I don't know that it'd be worth much. Ooh.
Is that an R?
Clarion, Clarion.
No, is it a R0005?
Yes.
On the bottom?
Yes.
410.
Yeah, it's not terrible. That's probably the most expensive one so far until right now, which this might be bigger. Shiko Paragon of the Way.
Go ahead.
A double-sided card?
No.
Okay.
That's M000223. Looks like.
M00.
No, M0223.
Why does it come up with mountains? Never mind.
Shiko,
give me the name.
Shiko, S-H-I-K-O.
S-H-I-K-O.
Shiko
Paragon of the Way.
That's it. It is a 1 white, 1 red, 1 blue, and 2 others. Legendary Spirit Dragon. 4/5 flying vigilance. When Shiko enters, exile target non-land card with mana value 3 or less from your graveyard, copy it, and then you may cast the copy without paying its mana cost.
3 dinero.
Yeah. It is legendary. That is nothing. That is land, and that is token. All right.
$3.
Yeah, it would be nice to hit an Elspeth or an Ugin, whatever his name is. Don't give me these.
Oh, is it Ugin the Spirit Dragon?
No. I don't think
that's the Planeswalker version of him.
Yeah, it's the Planeswalker, yeah. Okay, here we go. Anything? No. Red, white, and black? Triland? Severance Priest? I don't think this is worth anything. Don't even bother looking it up.
Okay.
That? I have a feeling that there's not going to be much you got to do here.
There's a beautiful alternate art card for it.
Yeah?
Yep.
Is it worth more than $3? Even the alternate art?
The Priest portal list.
You can definitely see $3 before it if you squint at it, but I don't think,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like most of the cards in this set, most of the rares, are going to be relegated to weirdos, like non-standard decks, to be honest, because...
Why you gotta be like that? You made 2 comments tonight about weirdos and one specifically about people playing monocolored decks.
Yeah.
I think I have 3 monocolored decks that I'm bringing to the Magic.
It's not normal. Most people play 2 or more.
I mean,
wow.
Goblins is kind of hard to play more.
I
more
will
than
say
mono.
that's pretty crazy right there. I did get 2 Dragon Storms back to back in the pack.
Is it one word?
No, those are uncommons. Not
uncommon.
I don't think this is worth anything but Kotis the Fang Keeper.
The K?
Yeah, Kotis.
Kotis.
Did I have Kotis the Fang? Kotis in here?
Fang Keeper.
Oh, that's the wrong pot.
33 cents.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Oh, and there's a pretty foil.
Well, you gotta make a zombie warrior black, green, blue.
Yep, that's why I say I feel most of these will be relegated to not being played in anything, right? Because
like that one.
This is the Stormstreak Feral. I will say that it's an okay card, right? It's 1 red and 1, but here's the problem. Okay, let me get this so you can see it on the screen there.
That's the showcase?
It is. It is not. Or
Yeah, it is.
Is it?
The art showcase. Yeah.
But it's
you're looking at 12 cents.
Yeah, it's the problem is how the card works, right? When you had these split cards when they were adventures, right?
Yeah.
You'd play this side of it, and then it would go down here by your hand or your graveyard or whatever, and then you could play it from the adventure zone whenever you wanted to, right? You could cast it for the creature, whatever. These omens don't work like that. Omens, if you play this one, it gets shuffled back into your deck. And then maybe you'll get it again, and then you can cast it this side, or you can cast that side. But if you cast this side again, it goes back into your deck. So, yeah. It's not nearly as useful as the adventure cards, to be honest. And I wish it looked visually different, so I didn't think it was an adventure every time I looked at it, because I do think it's an adventure every time I look at it. Hawk. There's a Dragonstorm Globe. This is a good little guy. It's a 3-drop artifact. Each dragon you control enters with an additional +1/+1 counter on it. Tap to add 1 mana of any color. Even if you're not playing dragons, a 3 mana rock for 1 mana of any color, not terrible. Not terrible. I'll actually set that aside because I actually do want that in my dragon deck. This is also a very good uncommon. If you can play for the teamwork colors of red, blue, and green, double the power and toughness of target creature you control until end of turn, then it fights up to 1 target creature an opponent controls. It's a pretty good. Lotus Light Dancers, blah. Don't even bother looking it up. Oh, I got 2 rares in this one. Sage of the Skies. Yeah, it's not worth anything either. And then I got a foil Abzan Monument and a land and a token. Blah. Well, that's 10 packs down.
How many more do you have left?
20.
Jesus.
No magic. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, blah. Nope, I'll take the blue, green, black Tri-Land. I did not have that one. This, by the way, probably one of the most powerful removal cards in the entire set. 1 black, 1 other, Strategic Betrayal. It's a sorcery. Target opponent exiles a creature they control and their graveyard.
That's rude.
It is kind of rude. My rare is a
like
Glacier.
Real rude.
Hey, we just started earning the value of the box back. Craterhoof
Okay.
Behemoth, which is probably worth $12-15 in that version.
Borderless?
Narakalov 123.
The number is
Hey,
135.
I am still alive.
Hi, still alive, Nautico. Good to see you. We are looking at some magic cards tonight.
It's 280.
Wait, you said 135?
Unless I'm reading it
Narakalov
wrong. Hold on.
123.
138?
Narakalov
Maybe it's very
123.
small.
Guess what?
It's out of stock, but it's currently showing market prices shy of $20.
Boy,
Yep.
It really looks like 13. Yeah, maybe it is 138.
Because I don't see a 135, but I do see a 138.
Okay, yeah, I'll take your word for it. It's probably my shoddy eyesight. Yay, $20.
The showcase of Creator
Oh,
Host
yeah, I
Behemoth
know, is much higher.
Amazing. No,
Yeah.
the art is incredible. It's a frozen woolly mammoth.
You won't see any of those unless you get it out of the collector's box. That's
Wow.
I don't like.
Oh my god, I want the card for the quote. It's a quote from Ugin, and it says, "Some days you wish you were fighting an Eldrazi."
Right? Right? Guess what? Chicken butt. What, Nanako?
That's amazing. Wow.
Narakalov 123.
The showcase
33
Halo
more
foil
days
is
until I am
even
in
more
Germany.
amazing.
I hope you have a lot of big fun in Germany. Nothing. Wow, look at that again. Back to back, the exact same dragon stores. Corroding Dragonstorm. I didn't have this one, and it's in the dragon showcase. That's kind of cool. Naga Flesh Crafter. I don't think it's worth anything. I'm not even going to have you look it up.
Is that Simic?
What?
The Naga Flesh Crafter?
No, it's just blue. Blue and 3 others.
Ooh, actually, hang on. Look.
Actually, that might be worth about $4.
Narakalov 123. I am going on the study
anywhere
abroad
between
to
50 cents
Germany,
and $2.
Switzerland, Italy, France,
Depends on-
Czechia,
it's just the
Slovakia,
normal art?
Austria, and Hungary.
I'm sorry, say again.
For the Naga Flesh Crafter, was
Fiery
it, just the normal
watermelon.
art?
Just the normal.
Smile.
005.
Cat paw to the face.
Ow! I got cat pawed to the face. What's up, Fiery Watermelon? How you doing this fine evening? Welcome in. I hope you have big fun. I know you're going to love traveling through Europe. Hopefully everyone won't hate you while you're there because stuff. But just remind them that you do not represent the entire country and you are cool, even if sometimes the country is not. And I hope you have big fun. Fiery Watermelon, we are opening some magic packs. I got a box of the play boosters, so we're kind of going through there. Crater Hoof Behemoth, the only real hit so
Narakalov
far.
123. I am going a day early to see the Cologne Cathedral, and I am prepared to be a traveler, not a tourist.
Good. There's a dog in this that I do want to show you eventually. It's a dog riding a cat. All hell is breaking loose. Lion Weight, Stormbeacon Blade, Bloomvine Regent. This is normally a dual-sided card, but it's not in this treatment.
Narakalov 123. But I just
think it's
wanted
worth
to drop
anything
in
either.
before bed because early CLS
Fine.
tomorrow, so
This might be worth something, though. Sidisi Regent of the Mire.
Spell it.
Sidisi. And they gave me just a
Narakalov
normal
123.
slump.
Akkad's
I've been
Law.
robbed. I have been robbed.
I'm sorry, a little bit slower, please.
Sidisi.
SID.
ISI.
Okay, Sidisi.
Foil. It looks like it's 0092. Foil.
49 cents.
Yep, that's what I thought. I mean, if I don't get the Crater Hoof, the Elspeth, the Ugin, or the Mox, I don't think this box will pay for itself. Even then.
Nobody gets mocks. We don't even get mocks.
No, actually, we had several opened at the thing. Not that Mox, though.
Yeah.
Rally, Reverberating Summons, Jeskai Brushmaster, Barren Step Siege. Don't even bother. It's not. I don't think it's worth anything. Veteran Ice Climber is my foil, and I got Crappy Land and a token. I'm actually more excited about the tokens than some of these rares. And this is why, kids, remember, buy singles if you want cards out of a set. I'm a
So
streamer.
I'm thinking
so
about going. Oh, go ahead.
I'm a streamer, so I don't mind doing it. But yeah, Sandstep Citadel. I didn't have that one either. White, black. Oh no, that's the one I just got. Ooh. You're thinking about going what?
One day before my birthday, I told my wife, I said I want to go to a show to see a movie. I said, even if you don't want to go with me for my birthday, it's okay if you don't want to go. I could go by myself. It's The Accountant 2 with.
Yeah. Ben Affleck. Yeah.
Yep.
Uh,
Drops one day before my birthday this month.
check out Nerev Heart of the Storm Showcase. It is 0314, I think.
Name first, please.
Nerev, Neriv.
Neriv.
$10.
Heart of the Storm.
Showcase non-foil.
$10.
Nice. That counts. Undergrowth
And you said it
Weapon.
was. Yeah. Okay, Shane got it.
Tranquil Cove, and then that bad boy. All right, that's good. It's a spirit dragon. Let me see. It's one black, one white, one red,
Narakalov
and one other for a
123.
4/5.
Oh,
So 4
I
for a
also got
4/5
the depression
with
and
flying.
ADHD diagnosis
If
and
a
have
creature-
been medicated for a little over a month now.
You
I
can-
feel better.
Good. I'm glad to hear that. So it's 4 for a 4/5 flyer. If creature you control that entered this turn would deal damage, deals twice that much damage instead. Yeah, that's not bad. I'm sure there's ways I could cheat him in, if nothing else. I am glad that you got that.
Narakalov 123.
Thank you for the lurk,
But
Mariko. I
I
hope
am
you have
going
big
to
fun on
bed.
your trip.
But I'll leave you up for a
That is a
lurk.
once in a
Smile.
lifetime deal for a lot of people, so please to enjoy.
Narakalov 123. Lurk.
Feral Snowmelt, reputable merchant. It's a giant turtle, but it's a human citizen, which sucks. My rare is Dragonfire Blade, which I don't think is worth much, if anything.
Dragonfire.
I'm off to bed.
All right, Tom, have a wonderful evening.
Have a good night, Tom.
0240.
Yes.
Buck 18.
That's what I thought.
Good night,
Don't
Tom.
stay up too late.
I probably will.
And then we'll be dust in the wind.
I mean, all we are is dust in the wind.
Only in Kansas.
We're not in Kansas anymore, Toto.
Frontier Bivouac. Third one, yay. I did want to play a set of that. All right, my rare is Revival of the Ancestors. It don't even bother looking it up. It is not worth anything.
Now he retains all these cards.
Stand by on that car. On that card.
I'm sure the showcase version might be worth something, but I'm almost positive this one.
Yeah, of course. I just want to read the. I don't think I can play that.
And
I
that
have an
is,
enchantment. I
and
have an
again,
enchantment deck.
they
so-
don't even give me a Tarkir Dragon Store land. I just get a normal.
Now, if you had the collector's box, would you be getting their lands in
Yeah.
there or regular lands?
I sure
Be
would.
getting the fancy ones.
I'd be getting the fancy ones. All right, that's 20 down. This is not looking good for us to even come close to the value of the box.
And that's why, boys and girls, you don't do gotchas.
Yep, that's why. But like I said, I don't mind doing it for stream, for content, but Manarang, don't even bother looking it up.
I want.
It's terrible.
Yeah.
That's Manarang River region is just terrible. Warden of the Grove, however, might actually be worth something. It is just 169, it looks like. Or 166. It's really tiny, I can't tell. I think it's 166 on an undercover
Yeah.
pop.
Buck Tony.
Yeah.
Yep.
They did at least give me a foil Dragonstorm Globe. So I can have a foil Mono Rock.
Fancy. What everybody have for dinner?
We did steak and scallop potatoes.
Nice.
I had chicken thigh and chow mein and super greens.
Super green.
Yeah, I went to Panda.
Nice.
I had a pork chop
and then I
rice.
had they had like apple pie egg rolls almost.
Yep.
It was basically like rolled and fried and then rolled in powder and sugar and cinnamon and oh my god, they were good.
Yeah, they have those here too. This
So
might
diabetes
be,
shot.
Got there.
Got it.
this might be worth a couple. It's a legendary Betor Kin to All. Betor. And it looks like it's 172.
It's a BE
951.
Hey.
If it's M0172,
Yep.
it's 951.
That's not terrible. I'll put
If
that.
your other cards being the highest.
Yep. I still got to figure out a better way to do this for when Final Fantasy comes out, because I'm right now, my hands are where my keyboard normally is. My keyboard's in my lap, which is fine for the most part, except I'm still reaching like a foot and a half forward to open the pack. So a lot of times I'm
Giving
just like,
yourself back
I'm like
problems.
this automatically. I'm like, oh,
Why don't you do like your kitchen setup, like you did for your Thanksgiving? I think it was your Thanksgiving cooking, but
Okay.
do your setup on your
because then I can't hear y'all.
table. Oh,
That's the real problem.
do you have time to set it up to be able to hear it?
I don't think I have cabling that'll run that far, but I'll have to double check. I might.
Okay.
Before
At least this way
MagicCon,
you're
we'll make it
standing,
happen.
or
Yeah.
yeah.
I got another Sidisi region of the Mire, which is not worth anything. Blah.
The hell is that?
What? The Just
Big
Guy
card.
Monument?
Oh, Jeskai Monument.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a uncommon. It's not worth anything. It's just my foil that I got out of that pack.
Got it.
Okay, let's see. Blah, 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 blah. Turtle. Turtle. Stinkhole Surveyor.
That's not nice.
Excuse me?
It's a sinkhole surveyor. It's just, I saw somebody else call it that, and now I can't not think of it. It's not worth anything.
Straight to the hot place with this one.
I mean, if that gets me a mocked amber, then sure, I'll go there. Frontier Bivouac. There's my playset. Roar of Endless Song. Teamer. Not worth anything, don't bother. Plumber and Rush. I mean, it's good that I know what cards I'm looking for, but it's bad because I'm not getting any of them.
You were supposed to go into it blind.
I mean,
When you have no idea what you're looking for, that's when you find the card and you're like, oh, holy crap.
but if I'm blind, I can't read the cards.
Well, I mean, you
Yep.
got married.
Corey
She can help
Steelcutter. So this isn't worth anything, but I do like it. It's one red, one other for an artifact equipment. Equipped creature gets +1/+1 and has trample and haste and flurry. Whenever you cast your second spell each turn, create a 1/1 white monk creature with token with prowess. You may attach this equipment to it. It's not, like I said, it's not anything but. Fangkeeper's Familiar. Oh, that's the purple snake again, so it's not worth anything. Anyways, even in the showcase, or whatever that's called, the black one.
Okay.
Gamersledge is fun till the night
Yes, I fully believe that you should just buy singles if you want stuff from individual sets. Hey, hey, hey! There's a hit, Misty Rainforest. It is.
What is
called what?
Misty Rainforest?
Yeah, Misty Rainforest, and the set is Special Guest SPG, and it's 0111.
That is $35.
Yep, I got that.
Wow.
That helped pay for that. That is the best pull we've had so far tonight.
Yep.
Kiss the skimmer. Okay, I just want to point out.
Actually, wait a minute. Oh, that's for a heavily played foil.
No, this is not a foil. This is just a.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Let's see. It goes up like $1.50 for near mint. I'm seeing hits on near mint for
and it's
37, $38.
It's this one, right? It is this artwork.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
good.
It's the one with special guest
Nice.
Adam Paquette.
Yep. I will say that this, by the way, is as a terminal 13-year-old is one of the grossest cards I've ever seen. And that's about all I'll say about that.
Good Lord.
That is a weird spot for that too, that special guest. United Battlefront, I don't think that is worth anything either. Walk technique, land, token. I am positive that I will let people look through these commons and uncommons and take whatever they want while they're here because I don't want to keep them. Okay.
What was the number on the United Battlefront?
0032 or 0052, one of the two. It's very tiny.
It's been market price $1.50.
Yeah,
Out of stock.
That's what I thought. Nothing. Nothing. The hell is this? I haven't seen this. One green, one other Dragon's Brood relic. Tap an untapped creature you control. Add 1 mana of any color. Okay. Green, red, blue, black, white, and 3 others. Sacrifice this artifact. Create a 4/4 dragon creature token named Reliquary Dragon. That's all colors. It has flying, lifelink, and when this token enters, it deals 3 damage to any target activated as a sorcery.
Ain't worth nothing.
No, it's an uncommon. I didn't think it would be. Sage of the Skies, not worth anything. Martyr Monument, not worth anything. Land and art card, worth even less. All right, final 2 packs. The sad part is I can't sell that Mr. Rainforest because I actually want to play a play set of them for all my decks because I use it very often. There's good old Evolving Wilds. The new art. Boulderborn Dragon. Sonic Shrieker. Kishla Skimmer. Sarkhan Dragon Ascendant, not even foil. Wah, wah. I believe the phrase I would use for this box is underwhelming. If Professor was playing the game over on his Magic channel where he has to tally up whether or not he made enough from opening the box to make back the value of the box, the answer would be no. So far, unless there's something really good in this one. Are we going to? No. It was early in the pack, I think. Inevitable Defeat. That is not, no.
Kind of on the mark there.
What a fitting card.
Yeah.
I know, right?
That's this box, Inevitable Defeat. I did get a Near of Heart of the Storm, but we already looked that up and it wasn't worth anything. Oh, and they did grace me with one more island. So I got a total of 2 lands out of 30 packs that were from the set. And wow, I'm very underwhelmed there. I am very underwhelmed. I think I might be taking a trip to WePlay to go trade in the majority of these. Let me see if there's anything in here that I actually think I might want to play. No, I'll sell that one. I don't want that dude. I mean, this is not a bad spell at the end of the day.
Nice.
Sage of the Skies.
Which set?
Tarkir Dragonstorm, Mr. J Nice. This is not a bad for white. It's a 2/3 flyer with lifelink for 3. That's not horrible, even by itself. And you get a copy of it if you. That is not horrible. I might actually keep that one. United Battlefront. Look at the top 7 cards of your library. Put up the 2 non-creature, non-land permanents with mana value 3 or less from among them onto the battlefield. So it's got to be enchantments or artifacts. That's not great. I don't play those colors. I don't do red equipment decks. I play Timur colors, but this is not useful. And that's no good. Sacrifice a creature with mana value X other than Sidisi. Return target creature with mana value X+1 from your graveyard to the battlefield as a sorcery. What's up? No? Okay. I don't know. Is he down here? I didn't even know it. My wife has lost track of her. Warden of the Grove. At the beginning, it's a 2/2 for 3. At the beginning of your end step, put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. Whenever another non-token creature you control enters, it endures X, where X is the number of creature counters on this creature. Endure is put X+1/+1 counters on the creature that entered, or create an XX white spirit creature token. That could be good for my tokens deck, so I will keep that one. That is not good. That is not the colors I play. That is Dragonfire Blade. Equipped creature gets +2/+2 and has hexproof from monocolored. I'll probably keep that, actually. White, black, Baron Step Siege. As this enchantment enters, choose Abzan or Mardu. Abzan at the beginning of your end step. Put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control. That's pretty good. Or Mardu at the beginning of your end step. If a creature died under your control this turn, each opponent sacrifices a creature of their choice. That's kind of nasty, actually, for white-black. I might keep that Mardu card for vampires or something. I don't generally make people sacrifice stuff, though. So I might find a way to work the Abzan instead. Bloomvine Regent. All right, what's this claim territory sorcery omen? 1 green, 2 others. Search your library for up to 2 basic forest cards. Reveal them, put them on the battlefield tapped, and the other into your, or put 1 onto the battlefield tapped, the other in your hand, then shuffle. So it's another. Yeah, I might actually keep that one. That could go in my dragon deck. Naga Fleshcrafter. You may have this creature enter as a copy of any creature on the battlefield, but we love a good copy. Renew 1 blue, 2 others. Exile this card from your graveyard. Put a +1/+1 counter on target non-legendary creature you control. Each other creature you control becomes a copy of that creature until end of turn. Hilarious. That is hilarious. I will keep that one. Nope. Won't keep that one. Did I keep that white sage? I did. So let me put the normal one back and I'll keep the showcase one. Make another pile for these. Lotus Lice Dancers are wrong colors. Codus the Fang Keeper, wrong colors. Severance Priest. Nope. Wrong colors. Wrong colors. Clarion Conquer. Not interested. When this creature enters, you may mill cards equal to the number of lands you control. Exile this card from your graveyard. Put X +1/+1 counters on target creature, where X is the number of land cards in your graveyard. Now, I don't do that, so that's fine. I'm not playing that with dragons. Herd Heirloom, I do want to keep. Taval Arbiter Virtue, wrong colors. I don't know about that one. White, green, black. Whenever fellow Thor enters or attacks, you may sacrifice an online permanent. When you do, put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control. That actually might be good for my Food and Fellowship deck, which I think is those colors. Nope, don't care about that. I will keep the Sarkon.
So how was the rest of your day?
Busy. It went pretty quick. I mean, we're mostly dealing with all the tariff stuff right now. That's
okay.
We're having to reprice everything because of the tariffs.
Oh.
Because if you're not aware, there's a 54% tariff on all goods coming out of China now. And as of today, there may be an additional 50% tariff added.
The 100% tariff.
104% tariff.
104%.
And you know, this is gonna, like, I'm just stating from a business factual perspective, this is gonna put some companies out of business.
Yep.
And
if you're gonna buy a board game, you better do it now.
Yeah, buy board game, video game.
Yep. In fact, while I'm on here, I might as well price the rest of Bloodborne.
Yeah.
Because there's still packs I don't own.
Yep. It's been kind of crazy to see all this stuff go down. I'm you know, we're kind of like we were lucky in that we saw this coming and had already raised prices to absorb some of it. Obviously, no one expected 54% tariffs, and no one's expecting 100% tariffs, but we're going to work with our factories to see if they'll reduce the cost on their side to help absorb some of that blow, so we're not passing it all on to the consumer. But it's pretty crazy. So yeah, that was my day. Is trying to come up with a plan to deal with all that good stuff, which I think we're on the right path for. So we'll see. But you know, everything changes every day. So we'll see what comes next and deal with it then. But other than that, just busy with work, and luckily that made the day go pretty quickly.
Now, we got good news today. Not one that I was expecting, but my wife had a test done recently and then a retest because the test showed something.
Unique test.
And so we got the result.
Yes.
Huh?
Sorry, I was welcoming
And
somebody.
no cancer, no nothing.
Good.
It was just darkened mass. So
Good.
I was like, yay.
Clear tests are good tests. Thank you for liking the stream, Wicked. Appreciate it very much. Quinn Harper, welcome in. Hope you're having a wonderful Monday. I know what day it is. Right, Unique Destiny? It's Monday. I don't know what day it is. I sincerely don't know what day it is.
It's Monday.
Yeah,
Everybody's favorite day to forget.
I'm just to the point right now where I'm like, I don't know, one day at a time. I'm taking it as it comes. I'll probably do nothing the rest of the evening because my brain's a little fried. I wanted to open these because I knew it wouldn't be super taxing, like trying to play a game or something. And I was hoping to pull, an Elspeth or Nugan. I guess we'll have to save that hope for our collector's booster box when it comes, which will probably not come for like another week to 2 weeks, I think.
Okay.
I did get the Temur Dragon deck, the Commander Dragon deck. I'm looking for, mainly the reason I got that is because a lot of the cards I use in my Dragon deck are in there, and I have, my Dragon deck is a completely 100% made up fabricated deck. Like, I have almost none of the cards in it for the actual deck. So I figured paying $100 for a precon that has a good chunk of the cards in it that I use for the deck would be a smart idea.
Right.
So that's what I did. So I will get the deck and I will probably just tear it down immediately to use the cards in my actual Dragon deck. That is coming along quite nicely. I very much enjoy that deck. It is a dumb deck. It is not to be played casually, but it is fun and dumb.
Is it one of those decks where you show up with friends, you leave with no friends?
Well, see, here's the thing, right? I generally don't play those kinds of decks with my friends, right?
Yeah.
That's the whole point, is like, it's like every time I play somebody on Arena, you can tell that they don't have any friends because they play Black Denial burn decks that no one would ever play if they had friends.
Oh, okay.
It's very, very
bad.
It's not bad. It's just like, it is a viable strategy for winning the game, right? But that's not what I go for. That's not what Dan goes for. We don't go to win. We go to with a deck idea in mind, and does the deck do the thing that we set out for it to do? If it does, huzzah! I don't care if I win or lose at that point. I just successfully made a deck that does the thing. That's the important part for me. That's what I care about more than winning or losing. I don't care about winning or losing. Now, am I a little bit competitive? Yes. Do I like winning? Yes. But am I going to be like a sore loser or no? I mean, the whole point was for me to hang out with my friends and have fun. So if we're doing that, then great. And me acting like a baby isn't going to get me anywhere for hanging out with my friends. So
my commander didn't win. Off with his head. Rip the card in half.
Listen, man, I did that for years. Don't do that.
You decapitated your commanders?
No, Power 9, dude. Like Black Lotus.
Oh, yeah, I remember you telling me that. Yeah.
8 of them. And I remember every single one to this day.
He feels the rip he remembers the sound.
That's what I was saying. I was old man magic at this tournament, for real. Because people be like, how long you been playing? I'm like, beta.
Oh, wow.
And they were like, what was it like back in the day? I'm like, we used to tear cards up because we didn't know any better. Because they were worth $2 back. Nobody cared.
Oh, I thought it'd be like, sit down, lads. Let me tell you a tale.
No. No.
Back in my day, we actually had good art.
No, I never start
on these cards. I generated nonsense.
Yeah, I don't ever start my conversations that way because I want people to like me.
What, back in my day?
Yeah. That is a surefire way for people to not like you immediately.
There is just some deep-seated, loving, connective cynicism in that statement, sir.
Back in my day, we did this better, damn it.
You might as well just yell, "My prostate!" at that point. Get off my lawn!
Oh, God, my spinal fusion's acting up again.
Yeah.
A hernia.
So I thought it was a lot of fun. I'm actually really contemplating whether I want to go to the pre-release or not for Final Fantasy because A, I know it's going to be, and I'll use my one for the night, a shit show, right? It is going to be just a madhouse of people. No matter what time I pick on what day, unless it's like early morning, Friday morning, maybe. But I know
that's the Friday that we all arrive for MagicCon?
No, it's the previous one.
Oh, okay. All right.
See, so I'm getting my collector's booster boxes and my play box that weekend, and I am not opening it until you guys are here. Which,
oh man, that's gotta drive you crazy.
A little. I'm going to do my best not to think about it. That's the best way I can say it. I'm going to do my best not to think about it. But yes, that is the general gist. Is once everybody's here, I will open it with everybody, and then I'll look at what decks I can make out of the stuff. Because did you see that the starter kits got leaked in Spain?
Oh, really?
Yes. Night Gamer, welcome in.
Oh, man.
Happy Tuesday or Monday. Damn, I really don't know what day it is today.
Did that set Wizards of the Coast hair on fire?
I don't know if it set their hair on
decks had
fire.
been listed.
I mean, I will say that most of the cards we saw, pretty subpar.
Well,
yeah.
There is a job system for the cards that you can it looks like it's going to be an equipment heavy, like you're going to equip things to become a job class. Dragoon does look interesting because you're going to you have flying on your turn. Which is kind of a cool way
that makes
to do
sense.
That.
Yeah.
The only
do they get a wyvern?
I don't think so. Maybe. I don't know. I know the
alternate commander.
I know the suplex from when they suplex the train is in there.
Oh God.
And that was actually a pretty decent card, but most of the other ones were fairly. Barrett was not good.
Is this based off Final Fantasy VII or all the Final Fantasies?
All the Final Fantasies.
So do they have a samurai job?
Yes.
Card?
Yes, they do. I will tell you what it is.
Well, if you pull that, I'm gonna have to look at it.
It's red, if I remember right. A red card.
Oh no, I just wanted to see the art. I'm just interested. in the art.
Yeah, okay. Final Fantasy. You know what? It's in my.
Because the jobs that I had on 14 was Dragoon and Samurai.
Yeah. So let me look at my history.
I guess I could look it up at TCG.
No, because it's not on there because it's not been translated yet. I don't think.
Oh.
Stand by one. I'm looking back through my history to find it, and I will pull it up and show you.
All right.
I just got to find it in my history. It's one of those things where you never realize how many web pages you look at until you try to go find something in your history. It's like, I don't remember logging.
You scroll for like 3 minutes and you scroll for like 3 minutes and then you remember, oh yeah, that's just in the last 30 minutes.
Right. It's like, oh, I don't remember logging into online bank. Oh yeah, I did.
Is it the Opus booster box that you're getting?
No.
Opus?
No. That's the actual Final Fantasy trading card game.
The Opus 7 booster box?
I think so, yeah. What were we talking about? Oh yeah, the Final Fantasy.
The job cards. Final Fantasy X starter.
Oh, by the way, Token Triumph is on sale again for like $23 or whatever on Amazon again. Which is still like one of the best.
Me. The token deck that I beat you guys senseless with is on sale again. Me.
I mean, it is, so anybody can get it.
I remember getting yelled at once for buying too many precons, so I had to curtail how many of those I bought.
Here it is. Yay, I found it. Okay. So the Dragoon Spear, open image in new tab. Let me see if I can go to just chatting. Oh, I gotta go to Mark Close-Up. Let me do it this way. Okay. That's the step one. Okay, great. I can do it this way. Yep. Perfect. So open in new tab. So this is the Dragoon artwork.
Nice.
And its translation is one white, one other for artifact equipment. Card text, choose a job. When this equipment enters, create a colorless 1/1 hero creature token and attach this to it. Equipped creature gets +1/+0 and is a knight in addition to its other types. During your turn, equipped creature has flying, and it costs 4 to equip normally.
Oh, okay.
So that's that one. And then I'll find you the Samurai Blade because that was also in here. White Mage's Rod. Name your tape. Samurai Katana. Here we go. Open image in new tab. That is the artwork for it.
Okay.
Which is not bad as artwork.
Yeah,
The
not bad.
power is underwhelming. Red and 2 others for an artifact equipment. Choose a job. When this equipment enters, create a colorless 1/1 hero creature token and then attach this to it. Equipped creature gets +2/+2, has trample and haste, and is a samurai in addition to its other types. Equip 5.
Jesus.
That's why I was like, I mean, unless you're playing a deck that cheats things onto your characters,
Yeah, like hardcore ramp.
Yeah, that's pretty costly for what it does.
There's a shining star with pink hair that glows, streaming live and the love just flows. Quirky Gamersledge fills the air. Kiki's charm is beyond compare.
So yeah, they had the Warrior's Blade, which was a little underwhelming as well. They had Steiner, Adalbert Steiner from Final Fantasy IX. They had Beatrix from Final Fantasy IX. They had Grahatia from 14. They had Rosa from Final Fantasy IV. They had Barrett. Barrett was super underwhelming. I hope there's more than one of them. That is his.
I felt that way about about a couple of my favorite assassins in the Assassin's Creed set too.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure. He's 1 red, 3 others for a 4/4 human rebel. He has reach. Whenever Barrett attacks, he deals damage equal to the number of equipped creatures you control to defending player. That is super specific. And going to be hard to set up unless there's some hardcore equipment cheating going on. They have Freya Crescent from Final Fantasy IX. And they had Lightning, who was also really underwhelming. 1 red, 2 other. I don't even like Lightning, and I feel bad for her for getting this card. 1 red, 2 others for a 2/3 with Menace, which means it can't be blocked by except by 2 creatures or more. And whenever Lightning deals combat damage to a player, exile the top card of your library. You may play that card for as long as you control Lightning. It's like, meh. Ultima Weapon is in there, and it's even pretty underwhelming. It's a 7-drop artifact.
Which seems counterintuitive.
Right? It's a 7-drop.
Ultima Weapon should be like World Slayer.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. It's a 7-drop artifact equipment. It's equip 7. And equipped creature gets +7. Equipped creature gets +7/+7 whenever equipped creature attacks, destroy target creature an opponent controls. Is really not all that, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's that's pretty sad.
Now, I will say that my goal of creating a all monster deck is coming more to fruition because they do have a Curl in there, and it's a 1 white, 1 other common cat beast creature for 2/2, and its card text is 1 white and tap target non-enchantment creature. So that's not bad. Can use that for stall. They do have a Dwarven Castle Guard also. And then they have an item merchant that is not a merchant. He's 1 red, 1 other for 2/2 human merchant. Whenever you attack, attacking equipped creature gets menace until end of turn. How is that how is that a merchant? It's very strange.
Man, he got tired of getting ripped off.
I guess. I mean, in all, it doesn't matter because I'm sure, you know, I'm going to be going for like the showcase versions of this stuff. And these are all mostly commons and uncommons. In fact, I'm curious if there's, yeah, this one is a rare. And this is a good card. Ray of Judgment. It is red and 3 others as an instant. Ray of Judgment deals 5 damage to target creature and X damage to its controller, where X is the number of equipment you control. Which, even if you don't have anything for the equipment side of it, dealing 5 damage to a creature is not terrible. 4 mana for 5 damage is pretty decent. And here's the suplex. 1 red, 1 other for a sorcery. Choose 1. Suplex deals 3 damage to target creature. If that creature would die this turn, exile it instead, or exile target artifact. That's pretty solid removal for 2. Especially about exiling a creature as opposed to killing it. So that I expect this to see a lot of play across all formats. Yeah. That's it. I don't think they've leaked any more today. Reddit.com/r/MTG. Magic TCG. So, have they even shipped yours yet, Shank? Because they still haven't even shipped mine.
I'll have to look.
Is that a Deadpool card?
Yes, that's
That
one
is
of the
messed up.
That's one of the bonus Deadpool cards. Now, I will say that this is a reprint. This is an actual card that was in the unglued set. So you can't use it in anything, but you wouldn't want to tear it up anyways. So it's like, yeah.
That's actual Black Lotus. Just
No, it's a Blacker Lotus.
No.
The name of the
It's a
card
Blacker
is actually
Lotus.
Blacker Lotus.
oh,
It's because it adds 4 mana of any one color.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Let's see, which email will that be in? Is being shipped. Let me check.
yeah. See, that's what it says for me. And then when I go to look at it, it says it hasn't even been dropped off yet.
It is currently in Tennessee.
Oh man, yours is in progress.
Estimated
salty.
delivery April 15th.
I'm a little salty. Mine's not even. You okay? I don't.
This is karma coming back to bless me because of the things I've waited for
Right.
longer than I thought from TCG Player.
I don't think that's a real. I don't think they made a Blue's Clues clue token, did they?
I don't think so. No, actually, the top art on that tells me that it was probably an artist on Etsy.
I guess it's Innistrad, and people are like, "No, Blue was not in Innistrad." That's hilarious.
Actually, Mark, it might have been it may have been a package size issue. Name of your tape. Because I only bought one. You bought two.
That's possible. Yeah.
What the hell was that footage from?
What footage?
In your scroll there was like some crazy action with like robots and stuff.
Steel Hunters.
Oh yeah. I think my buddy's playing that.
That Vandal Blast card, so good.
Mm-hmm.
So good.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to know who this is supposed to be. Because it looks like Adam Warlock. Kind of. It does not. It kind of looks like Doctor Strange, but there's no goatee. And
that's what I was going to say. There's no
it looks
goatee.
like blonde hair. You know what? I'm going to search the internet for this. Who is in the Deadpool Vandal Blast card?
Let's prejudice, don't reverse image
Deadpool.
search it.
Oh, Vandal. I didn't even. Vandal Marble.
Vandal Blast.
No, not Vandal. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, that I wouldn't have even put that together.
Who's Vandal?
Mercenary. I think he might have been part of the
His crew.
can I do Vandal Marvel minus Savage? Because I don't want Vandal. No, I don't want Stuart Vandal either. There we go. He's only been in 2? He's only been in 2 books, apparently. I was hoping to find a better picture of him, but... Okay. Well, thank you guys for helping go through the box tonight. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I think we'll probably call it there because I got to be up at butt crack of dawn, unfortunately. The other thing I did buy myself is a new hydraulic arm because I broke mine.
A new what?
Hydraulic arm for my microphone because I broke mine.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's sitting in there, but I heard the knob go somewhere and I like broke it. So I'm like, it's been on my like to-do list to buy for quite a while. And yeah, that kind of facilitated making me do it.
No, you could have duct taped it.
I'd have to find it first.
Always keep Gorilla Tape handy.
Oh, that's what happened. Wizards sent out Final Fantasy pre-release kits instead of Tarkir Dragonstorm kits in Brazil.
Oops.
They don't know which stores received the wrong ones, and they're asking people to send them back.
Yeah, like that's gonna happen.
Right?
I know, right? I'd be like, you send me back if you send me some actual Dragon land cards.
Yeah, for real.
That's crazy.
I will leave here because I have to go do some stuff for the missus.
Yep.
You guys have a good night.
Thank you, sir. I hope you have a wonderful evening as well. Let me find
guys
who
later.
we're going to raid out
Yeah,
to
man.
real quick here. Let's see who's on here. No. We'll raid out to Wolf tomorrow night, so I'm not going to do that tonight. Let's go ahead and raid out to... What do you think about raiding out to Cozy Bean?
Do it.
Okay. Raid Cozy Bean for the raid message.
Cool.
Raid Cozy Bean. Cozy Bean is a good friend of the channel. We have hung out with her in person at TwitchCon. She is a Spitfire and also very funny. So make sure you go check her out. Give her a follow. She is a very nice person. You will enjoy your time with her. If you're a sub, grab the second message. If you're not a sub, that's okay. Grab the first message and then paste it in once we get in there. Let her know you're there and we'll be good to go. Shank, thank you for hanging out. Ken, thank you for hanging out. Tom, thank you for hanging out. Crow, thank you for hanging out. Until we'll be back tomorrow at 7 p.m. Pacific, 9 Central, 10 Eastern for Once Human gameplay. So join us for that. Until next time, as always, be excellent to each other and, of course, game on.